Hey, race fans, Steve Letarte here with my teammate on NBC, Jeff Burton. Jeff, we're in New Hampshire for the Magic Mile, but it's that time, the NASCAR Props Challenge. I didn't do so well last week. I got a few right, a few wrong. I was close to zero. How'd you end up?
Well, the same way. I mean, I got some right, got some wrong, but that's the nature of the game, right? You're not going to get them right every time, and I think this weekend could be really difficult. We have some great props. Let's start with, is Chevrolet going to win 4 races in a row, man? He won 3 in a row. Can he make it 4?
So I think yes. I'm actually picking Kyle Larson to win the race. Kurt Busch went to victory lane in that spectacular finish at Kentucky. I think Kyle Larson has gained some points on the cutoff line. That's going to release the pressure a little bit. I expect him to run well. I'm going to say yes to Chevrolet.
That's interesting because I look at the Chevrolet drivers and I'm like, yeah, I don't really see mile-and-a-half driver. I mean, a 1 mile flat track race car driver. I really don't see them loaded up with them right now. So I'm going to say no. And by the way, just the odds say you can't win 4 in a row, right? So I'm going to say no.
All right, well, I got one for you. Very simple. Will the pole winner win the first stage? It's a quick first stage. They don't need fuel. I say no just because I expect yellows, and the strategy of this 301-lap race is all over the board. The guy that qualifies well, if he wants to win the race, I think he's going to pit sometimes during the first stage, give up the stage win.
That is so interesting because depending on who is sitting on the pole or second or third, what they need to make happen. Like we saw William Byron at Sonoma. He did not leave the racetrack. He stayed on the racetrack to get those points. And there's so many people so close to not making the playoffs that need those stage points. I'm going to say that they will because I think there's so many people still racing for points that they're going to need to stay on track, get those stage points.
I think you just want to disagree with me. All right, so this
That's
is the other
right.
one
It's
I have.
fun. It's fun.
I gave my pick for the win, so I have to answer yes to this. Will Kyle Larson run inside the top 10? His average finish is just over 10. I expect him to challenge for a win, so I'm an absolute yes, top 10 in the race.
I agree. I think top 10 in the race. I agree with that. I don't see him contending for the win, although there's some serious momentum at Chip Ganassi Racing, but I have a tough time thinking that he won't be in the top 10. They've just run too well lately. All right, so while we're talking about drivers, let's go somewhere. I got a good one. Suarez versus Eric Jones. Right, okay, that is a great one.
So that's Stuart Haas Racing versus Joe Gibbs Racing.
Right, so who is going to come out on top?
I'm going to take Eric Jones. And while his numbers here perhaps don't dominate, when you look back at his Xfinity numbers here, they are very impressive. So I'm going to look at the whole body of work. I expect Eric Jones. Plus, I just think Gibbs. He's driving that Gibbs equipment. He's the only Gibbs driver not to go to victory lane. When I look at that organization, they want 4 in the playoffs. Jones is right on the cut line. I expect it's going to be all in on that 20 car, try to guarantee a spot in the playoffs.
I'm agreeing with you. I think Eric Jones, and pretty much for the same reason. I got to believe. I just look at Joe Gibbs racing, and I look at how well they run on short tracks, flat race tracks. I just think that their equipment is really, really good right now. And Stuart Haas just hasn't shown the speed that I've seen from the Gibbs car. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that.
Yeah, guys, listen, the NASCAR Prop Challenge, it's a blast. Go to NASCAR.com and sign up. And all weekend long, check out all the action here at the racetrack on NBCSN. It'll be myself, Jeff Burton, Dale Jr. It's going to be a great weekend.